Hello everyone and welcome to Facts View, where I will be sharing with you today the English Premier League Week 12 predictions, and if you are new to the channel, please subscribe and share it with your family and friends. Thanks.
King Power Stadium will host Saturday's football game between Leicester City and Chelsea, the two Champions League chasing sides. The Foxes have been performing below expectations in the 2021-22 Premier League season, but they are still only 7 points behind top four. Despite failing to find the net in a 1-1 draw with Leeds United, Jamie Vardy should continue to lead the line for the hosts. Leicester City prepare for this fixture following a 1-1 Premier League draw versus Leeds United, and Chelsea drew 1-1 in the Premier League tie with Burnley. A succession of outstanding showings from the Chelsea defenders has seen the number of goals they've conceded standing at 2 from their past 6 fixtures combined. During the same period of time, their forwards have scored 17. The previous league clash featuring these clubs was Premier League Matchday 37 on last May, which finished with the scoreline of Chelsea 2-1 Leicester City. The Leicester City manager Brendan Rodgers does not have any fitness worries at all before this game, with a completely injury-free group ready to go. Looking at these two teams, we feel that Leicester City will do well to put one past this Chelsea side, who we think might score and stay on top. We're therefore anticipating a very even contest with a 1-1 draw at the conclusion of the game.
The next game we are predicting is Aston Villa versus Brighton. Aston Villa and Brighton take on each other at Villa Park in what is expected to be a close Premier League encounter. The Villains do not seem to be at their sharpest, with the team losing each of their last 5 league fixtures. Aston Villa were struggling at the back before the international break, and, no doubt, they are low on confidence ahead of the visit at Brighton. All Douglas Luiz, Trezeguet, Traoré, and Ings are all out of contention for the hosts. The Seagulls, on the other hand, made a promising start to the season, but they failed to win the previous 6 league fixtures. Anyhow, both teams to score betting option should be considered, as both sides will go for a win in Saturday's clash. Both Alsate and Welbeck miss out with injuries, while Mwepu and Burn should be fit for the match bout in their last game. Brighton drew 1-1 in the Premier League match with Newcastle United. During their 6 latest matches, Graham Potter's Brighton and Hove Albion have found the net 6 times, giving them a goals scored per game average of 1. A review of their prior head-to-head meetings stretching back to 2017 shows us that Aston Villa have won 2 of these and Brighton 1, with the number of draws being 3. The last league encounter between these clubs was Premier League Matchday 24 on February, when it ended Brighton and Hove Albion 0-0 Aston Villa. So finally we are expecting that Captain Gerrard will have his first win as Villa coach by 2-1. The next game is Newcastle United versus Brentford. Newcastle United enter this game following a 1-1 Premier League tied result against Brighton and Hove Albion. It's not been often in recent times where Newcastle United haven't conceded. It will be a concern for them that Newcastle United have been scored against in 6 of their previous 6 matches, letting in 11 goals on the way. That pattern might not follow through into this match. Brentford, after tasting defeat last time out to Norwich City in Premier League action, Brentford will be aiming to make amends here. Brentford have been effective going forward in the lead-up to this encounter, having scored 7 times in their previous 6 matches. While their manager Thomas Frank will no doubt take that as a positive sign, Brentford have had their own issues at the back, also conceding in 6 of those same clashes. Our feeling is that Brentford and Newcastle United could both end up scoring in a what should be a good tussle with little between the two teams. Let's see how it plays out, but a draw is looking likely to us. That's why our selection here is for a very close game with a 1-1 score draw at the end of the 90. And the next game is Wolves versus West Ham United. Wolves will be wanting a better result here following the 2-0 Premier League loss in their previous game against Crystal Palace. It has been all too rare in recent times that Wolverhampton Wanderers have shown defensive steel. In fact, Wolverhampton Wanderers have been scored against in 5 of their previous 6 matches, letting in 7 goals on the way. We will just have to find out whether or not the trend will end up being continued on into this next match. West Ham United will go into this match following on from a 3-2 Premier League win versus Liverpool in their previous match. Coming into this fixture, West Ham United are unbeaten in their previous 8 league matches away from home. They really have been good on their travels. A glance at their most recent head-to-head meetings going back to 2018 shows us that Wolves have won 4 of these games and West Ham United 2, with the tally of drawn matches standing at 0. The previous league match featuring the 2 was Premier League Matchday 30 on April, when it finished Wolverhampton Wanderers 2-3 West Ham United. The Wolves manager Bruno Lage does not have any fitness worries whatsoever coming into this clash with a completely injury-free group to choose from, and due to a fully healthy group to choose from, the West Ham United manager David Moyes does not have any fitness worries whatsoever coming into this clash. We're therefore seeing a very even match with a 0-1 winning margin for West Ham United at the conclusion of the game. And the next game will be Norwich City versus Southampton. Norwich City, following on from their previous result, will be hoping for more of the same after a 1-2 Premier League victory versus Brentford. Norwich City haven't made the most of their chances in more recent games. Their sum of goals stands at just 3 versus opposing sides during their last 6 outings. In those games, Norwich City have also seen the number of goals that have gone against them total 12. On the other hand, Southampton go into this meeting after a 1-0 Premier League win to beat Aston Villa in their previous match. In their previous half-dozen outings, Southampton have amassed a tally of 7 goals. Southampton have also not failed to score in every single one of those games. Over that period, their defenders have seen 6 goals scored by their opponents. We will have to find out whether or not the trend will be sustained in this game. Looking at their most recent head-to-head meetings going back to August 2015 shows us that Norwich City have won 1 of these games and Southampton 4, with the number of drawn games being 1. The previous league fixture between the two was Premier League Matchday 30 on June 2020 when the final score was Norwich City 0-3 Southampton. The Norwich City manager Dean Smith will be thankful to have no fitness worries at all before this clash with a fully healthy squad ready to go. Here, we're thinking that Norwich City will do well to break down this Southampton side who we reckon should get the vital goal that wins it. Our tip is therefore for a hard-fought 0-1 winning score for Southampton when the referee blows for full time. And the next game will be Watford versus Manchester United. Watford won't want a repeat of their last result here after a 1-0 Premier League defeat last time out to Arsenal. It's been a rare occasion in recent games where Watford haven't conceded. The facts show that Watford have been scored against in 6 of their previous 6 clashes, shipping 11 goals along the way. Despite that, we must now wait to see if that pattern might continue on in this upcoming game. Going into this contest, Watford are without a home win in the past 4 league matches. Their supporters are understandably frustrated, and on the other hand Man United following on from suffering a loss in their previous game against Manchester City in Premier League competition. Manchester United and their fans will hope to get a better result this time. In as many as 5 of the previous 6 clashes featuring Manchester United, at least 3 goals have gone in. The overall average goals scored per game during that time is 4.17, with the average number of goals for Manchester United equaling 1.67. Inspecting their past head-to-head meetings stretching back to 2018 shows us that Watford have won 1 of them and Manchester United 5, with the number of drawn matches standing at 0, and 13 goals were produced between them throughout the course of those matches, with 4 of them from the Hornets and 9 created by the Red Devils. That's an average goals per game figure of 2.17. The Watford boss Claudio Ranieri has 0 fitness concerns to speak of before this match thanks to a completely injury-free squad to pick from. And Man United owing to a fully injury-free squad to pick from. The Manchester United boss Ole Solskjaer does not have any fitness worries to report ahead of this match. Finally, our selection here is for a close game with a 1-2 winning margin for Manchester United at the end of the 90 minutes. Let's wait and see how it plays out. The next game is Burnley versus Palace. Turf Moor will host Saturday's Premier League game between Burnley and Crystal Palace. The Clarets aim to escape the danger zone, and they are likely to fight tooth and nail against Palace, as they always do when playing in front of home fans. Matej Vydra, who scored the equaliser in a 1-1 draw with Chelsea before the international break. The Eagles, on the other hand, aim to build on back-to-back wins over Man City and Wolves. The capital club are high on spirits ahead of the trip to Burnley, and seeing that the Clarets were more than fortunate not to suffer a loss at Stamford Bridge, away win should be considered. Looking at the statistics for their head-to-head meetings dating back to 2018, there is nothing to separate the two clubs, with Burnley winning 3 of those games. Crystal Palace 3-0 being draws after 90 minutes of play. The last league encounter featuring the two was Premier League Matchday 24 on February when it ended Crystal Palace 0-3 Burnley, so therefore we are anticipating a draw. A draw is a real possibility, as we are expecting there to be little between them. With that in mind, we reckon that it will be a close game with a 1-1 score at full time. And the next game is the biggest clash of the weekend. When Liverpool take on Arsenal at Anfield, Liverpool will be hoping to bounce back here following a 3-2 Premier League defeat in their last game at the hands of West Ham United. Liverpool haven't had any problems with scoring, hitting the target in 100% of their last 6 games. They have managed to rack up 16 during that period and have conceded a total of 7. Previous results aside, we will just have to wait and see whether such a trend might be replicated in this match or not. Pre-game facts show that Liverpool have not lost a league tie with Arsenal in their last 2 games, have not been beaten in their last 9 home league matches. A very good run at home, haven't won at home in the past 2 league matches. On the other hand, Arsenal go into this encounter after a 1-0 Premier League win in the defeat of Watford in their previous game. Their prior results show that Arsenal have not beaten Liverpool in away games against them for the last 8 league matches. It has been a terrible run on the road and Arsenal are undefeated in their last 3 away league matches. Looking over their most recent head-to-head clashes dating back to October 2019 shows that Liverpool have won 2 of these and Arsenal 1, with the tally of drawn results standing at 3. The last league clash between these clubs was Premier League Matchday 30 on April 2021 when it ended Arsenal 0-3 Liverpool. The Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp has a full complement, with no fitness concerns at all ahead of this game thanks to a fully healthy squad available to choose from. Finally, we're expecting a commanding 2-0 winning margin for Liverpool at the end of this one. And the next game will be Man City vs Everton. Manchester City will be hoping for a repeat of their last result, following the 0-2 Premier League success over Manchester United. Going into this encounter, Manchester City have not been beaten in the league by Everton in their previous 8 games, a decent run, indeed. On the other hand, Everton, in their previous game, Everton drew 0-0 in the Premier League match with Tottenham Hotspur. Rafael Benitez's Everton have seen their efforts on goal rewarded a total of 6 times throughout their most recent sextet of matches. The aggregate of goals that they have conceded during those same matches comes to 9. A look at their previous results shows us that Everton have not emerged victorious against Manchester City in away games against them for the last 10 matches in the league, not an away record to be proud of. Everton are without an away win for the past 3 league games. A quick look at their past head-to-head meetings going back to 2019 reveals that these encounters have not been kind to Everton. They've not managed to register any wins whatsoever while Manchester City have been the better of the two, beating them in 100% of those games where they have faced each other. The previous league match between these sides was the last Premier League Matchday 38 on the last campaign 2021 when it finished Manchester City 5-0 Everton. The Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola doesn't have any fitness concerns at all ahead of this match owing to a completely injury-free group to pick from, and Everton with a fully injury-free squad available to choose from. The Everton boss Rafael Benitez has no fitness worries to report ahead of this clash. We are anticipating a 2-0 win for Manchester City by the time that the referee blows the final whistle. And finally, the last game of this weekend's Premier League is Spurs vs Leeds United. Tottenham Hotspur enter this game following a 0-0 Premier League draw against Everton. An interesting aspect of more recent Tottenham Hotspur games is the number of results with a nil in them. On the other hand, Leeds United in their last fixture, Leeds United drew 1-1 in the Premier League match with Leicester City. The stats tell the story, and Leeds United have been scored against in 5 of their last 6 matches, seeing their opponents hit 6 goals in all. At the back, Leeds United have some weaknesses to address. Ahead of this meeting, Leeds United have left without a victory over Tottenham Hotspur when they have played them away from home in the previous 4 matches in the league. They really have not been travelling well at all. Checking on their prior head-to-head clashes dating back to 2004 tells us that Tottenham Hotspur have won 3 of these games and Leeds United 2, with the number of drawn results being 1. The previous league game between these clubs was Premier League Matchday 35 on May 2021 and the score finished Leeds United 3-1 Tottenham Hotspur. The Tottenham Hotspur boss Antonio Conte will be thankful to have no fitness concerns whatsoever ahead of this clash owing to a fully injury-free group available for selection, and Leeds United due to a completely injury-free squad ready to go. The Leeds United manager Marcelo Bielsa has no fitness concerns to report coming into this game. Looking at these two teams, we feel that Tottenham Hotspur can and should be able to create a decent number of chances and shots on target. We reckon that it will be a decent 3-1 win for Tottenham Hotspur when the full-time whistle blows.